Good afternoon, children. This is standard for SST. Today we are not going. Today we are not going to use our textbook. We are not going to listen to any explanation. We are not going to do any textual objectives or grammar. Today we are only going to go on a virtual trip to Uttarakhand. Yes, would you like to come with me? Would you like to join me? Yes. We live in Karnataka. We live in Karnataka. Karnataka is a state. And where in Karnataka? We live in Belgaum. But staying in Karnataka, living in Belgaum, today we will visit Uttarakhand. We will visit a virtual trip to Uttarakhand. And what are we going to study there? We are going to study about their culture and tradition. So, well, children, let us go on a trip to Uttarakhand to study or to know about the culture and traditions of those people there. Now, what is important for us to know is about their culture. What is their culture? What is their traditions? What they eat? How they dress? What are they good in? So all these things we will know only if you visit that state or you study about that state. So today we being in Belgaum, we will go on a virtual tour to Uttarakhand to know about the lifestyle, culture and tradition of these people. Okay, virtual tour to Uttarakhand. Virtual tour to Uttarakhand. We are going to learn about the culture and customs of Uttarakhand people. Uttarakhand is home to multiple ethnic groups, each having its own culture. These groups include the Jaunsari, the Bhotia, the Bucks, the Tharu, and Raji. Sometimes the people of the state are also called as, in English we say as Paharis. Actually, the word is pronounced as Pahadis. Pahadis in the sense people who survive on the hills, people who survive on the mountains. They are called as Pahadis. But in English, we pronounce or we say it as Paharis. So there's a group, these group which include the Jaunsari, Bhotia, Bucks, the Tharu and Raji. So they are also called as the Pahadis. In English we call it as Paharis. Uttarakhand formerly was Uttaranchal. Uttarakhand formerly Uttaranchal is a state in the northern part of India. It is often referred to as the land of the gods due to the many holy Hindu temples and pilgrimage centers found throughout the state. Uttarakhand's name is derived from the Sanskrit words Uttara meaning north and Khand meaning country or part of a country. Uttarakhand is known for its natural beauty of the Himalayas. So where is Uttarakhand? It was formerly named as Uttaranchal, but now it has been called as Uttarakhand. It is also referred to as the land of the gods. Why it is so called? Due to the many holy Hindu temples and pilgrimage centers where thousands and thousands of tourists go there to visit the temples there. It is a devotional place. It is a holy place. So Uttara means north and Khand means part of a country. So Uttarakhand is also known for its natural beauty of the Himalayas. Uttarakhand state is divided into two divisions. Uttarakhand state is divided into two divisions, which are again further divided into 13 districts. You can see here divisions of Uttarakhand. You can see there are 13 districts here. I have mentioned, I have shown here. Okay. Uttarakhand state is divided into two divisions. You can see this light yellow color. This is one part, and you can see this dark yellow color. This is two part. That is, now we have there two places, two divisions of Uttarakhand. Now, which is again further divided into 13 districts. This is the size or area of each place. Uttarakhand language. Now, how do the people converse? How do the people interact with each other, with the localites, with the visitors, the tourists? So, Uttarakhand language. The main languages of Uttarakhand are Kumaoni, Garhwali, and Hindi. The three languages, that is Kumaoni, Garhwali, and Hindi. These are the three local languages they converse, and their official language. The official language of Uttarakhand is Sanskrit. Today we are going to learn about the traditions and the culture of the Uttarakhand people. Now, let us know about few dances performed during some certain celebrations by the Uttarakhand people. The first one what we are going to learn is the Cholia dance. It is the Cholia dance. The Cholia dance is a dance form which is more than 1,000 years old and has its origin in the Kasya kingdom of Kashish. The Rajputs perform this dance at their weddings as a part of the marriage procession. You can see here, yes, this kind of dance is being performed by the Rajputs during the marriage celebration. So it is called as the Cholia dance, and the Rajputs perform this dance during the wedding ceremony. The next one is the Jhora dance. Now, what is Jhora dance? Jhora dance is a kind of community dance. Jhora dance is a kind of community dance which is performed in the villages where the higher and lower caste perform. It is danced at fairs. This kind of dance is generally performed during the morning or evening at the coming of spring. So during the coming of the spring, it is usually performed in the morning or evening. It is a community dance. It is a group dance. It is a community dance welcoming the spring season. Before it is either performed in the morning or evening. Okay, it is to welcome the coming of spring. So it is called as the Jhora dance. The next one is the Langveer dance. You can see beautiful girls with beautiful costumes attire. They are performing dances. The Langveer dance. This is an energetic dance form. This is an energetic dance performed more often than not by men. In Langveer, the dancer climbs a bamboo pole and balances himself at his navel on the top of the pool. Music is given by dhol and he balances, swivels and almost dances on his belly at the pole, performing other acrobatic stunts. So this dance usually the males perform, they use the pole and they balance the pole on their belly, the navel, and they perform many acrobatic stunts. The next one is the Pandava dance. The Pandava dance is a Thai musical Broadway kind of show based on the story of Mahabharata accompanied by dance and music. This is performed mainly during Dashera and Diwali. You can see here, groups of people, they perform, they dress up in a different attire and they go from street to street in public, and it is like singing and dancing and performing drama, narrating story, narrating a story in the singing form, in the dance form about the epics, that is uh, stories from the Mahabharata. And especially this is performed during the Dashera festival and Diwali festival. The next one is the Bhutia dance. The next one is the Bhutia dance. Now, what is Bhutia dance? The Bhutia dance is performed by the Bhutias tribe, a tribe named as Bhutia. The tribe named as Bhutia, they perform this dance and is connected with death ceremonies. When somebody dies in the locality, somebody dies in the family, somebody dies in that area. So this kind of dance is performed. The Bhutia dance is performed by the Bhutia tribe and is connected with death ceremonies. It is believed by the tribal people that the soul of the dead person resides in the body of a goat or sheep, and by dancing this way the soul can be liberated for their next birth. The next one is the Chapli dance. The Chapli dance is performed by couples with the females carrying a mirror in her left hand and a colored handkerchief in the other. The male plays a hudka on his left shoulder, accompanied by others playing the hudka, manjira, and the flute. The dance is a duet that outlines the joy of romance. The woman partner, sometimes also a young boy, dances with a smile and elegant waist movement, either in admiration of her beauty and charm or mocking her ways or expressing love. So this kind of dance is done by a male and a female partner expressing their feelings. The next one is Chancheri. This is a group dance of Dhanpur, Patti, Patti region of Bhageshwar district in Kumaon. Both men and women dance in a semicircular formation with gradually increasing pace, putting across unbridled joy. Now, let us talk about the dresses, the costumes. Now, look at these beautiful ladies with their full set of jewelries. How beautiful they look with the entire, they're wearing a headgear. This is a bindi, this is a nose stud, nose ring. Look at the beautiful neck piece, earrings, and they are wearing a veil on their head, and all are dressed in the same pattern of dress. So they are very particular of their sets of. You can see one more set of ladies dressed in a different but same attire. The traditional dress for women in Uttarakhand remains sarong, a mental type dress tightened with a blouse and an odhni and kurti. Whereas in the wedding or special occasion, native women are seen wearing the attractive Rangwali pichora or ghagra choli, a significantly large nose ring, nut, and necklace called as the galoband are also worn by the women during festivals and special occasions. The Rangvali Pichora is the dress worn by the married woman as it represents prosperity. There is also a region-wise dress demarcation in Garhwa region. The tribal women living in the upper ranges of Uttarkashi and Kamoli wear warm woolen, while those in the lower regions or valleys can be seen wearing cotton clothes. The Rajput women of the region wear woolen garments made of angora for most part of the year, along with cotton pagras and colorful lehengas with silver linings. The Garhwali men wear kurta pajama or kurta dhoti and a tie turban, especially in the colder months. They can also be seen wearing long necklaces made of silver and kadas on their hands. In Kumaon region, the dresses are slightly different for women and so is the choice of colors. Ladies in the Kumaon also have a different neck piece called Hansuli. Kumaoni men can be seen wearing some kurta and dhoti like the Garhwali men, but they seem to be more fond of jewelries and often seen wearing a variety of it in neck and hands. There are different dresses of Jaunsari and Bhutia tribes in the state. However, in the recent times, the people in Uttarakhand for daily life wear the modern, that is jeans, trousers and t-shirts, shirt in respective of gender. The women can also be seen in saris and ladies suit. Next, we speak about the food. The primary food of Uttarakhand includes vegetables, though non-veg food is also served and savored by many. The primary characteristics of the Uttarakhand cuisine is that milk and milk-based products is sparingly used here. Some of the famous cuisines of Uttarakhand. You can see here there are people, they are very fond of eating food, especially the milk products. So these are Garhwal ka Farna. So this is a famous cuisine of food item of Uttarakhand. Kafuli, this is kafuli. Kafuli is a thick gravy preparation made from green leafy vegetables. Then it is choli. In Garhwali, jhol means very thin gravy. Jhol can be made out of tomatoes and potatoes. Mandwa ki roti. This is another one. Different kinds of roti. Then bhang ki chutney. This is bhang ki chutney and this is roti. That is mandwa ki roti and this is swala. These are all the favorite or famous food items of the people of Uttarakhand. Now let us talk about the arts. Apan, that is Rangoli, a traditional Indian art displayed in front of the house, makes up a sacred and age-old practice. Apan is one of the conventional form of Rangoli, mainly practiced in the state of Uttarakhand. The art has culture as well as religious implications in the life of all the Kumaunis. The second one is the murals. The fine arts of Uttaranchal are decidedly geometrical with a natural grace and simplified complexity. One will find one will find almost every house and place of worship decorated with some kind of mural done either as a proper wall painting or in the form of epan and paint. Now, these are the folk festivals of Uttarakhand, that is Makar Sankranti, Basant Panchami, and Fool Day. In English, you must have seen about the festival, so I will not talk much about the festivals here because already in English I have already shown you about festivals. Okay, it is Makar Sankranti, where they celebrate Ghee Sankranti, Basant Panchami, and Fool Day. Fool Day is a festival of flowers. It's a harvest festival. Hareli and Bitauli. Again, on the first day of the Navratris, 9 days holy period, okay, of the month of Chaitra, women fill baskets with soil and sow 7 types of grains in them. I have shown in English, children, about the grains and offerings and all. That was all about the harvest festival, harvest, and asking God to show His mercy, to show His blessings on them, so that every year they grow crops more in number. So that is the Hareli and Bitauli festival, and Olgia or the Ghee Sankranti, and Nanda Devi and Rajat Yatra. So these are all the festivals you have studied in English about the trip to virtual trip to Uttarakhand, and we have learnt about festivals. So let us not waste time knowing more about the festivals which you have already learnt in English. So this is all about the culture and the traditions and the art of the people of Uttarakhand. I hope you all have enjoyed this virtual trip to Uttarakhand, being in Belgaum, being here, sitting here. We have already reached Uttarakhand, and we got so much of information, and we got to know about the lifestyle of the people, their culture, their food habits, their festivals, and their traditions, and their art and craft. So this is a small presentation done by your SST teacher. Maybe it was not elaborated much because I had to complete it in within one period, within this one session. So maybe in the next session, whenever I get time, maybe I will take you to a different state and bring it to your notice, or give you the information about a different state, okay, some other time. So for now, this is only a small trip to Uttarakhand to know about the culture and traditions of the people of Uttarakhand. I hope children have understood within this short time what I was trying to show you, and hope you have enjoyed watching this PPT.